Okay, well, I assume that you can. So, going to begin because it's a little bit of a change tonight. So, I got this card design from Sam Colcutt at Mixed Up Craft, but I have modified the measurements. She used a 12 by 12 piece of cardstock, and I've played with it a little and then a little bit more. I'll show you those cards once I'm done. And mine measures 9 inches by, oh, I've done that 5.5. That's not right. I have to cut that again. I'm good at wasting cardstock. Let's try that again, just as well I measured. Now you'll be able to see how I cut because I was cutting all my DSP at 5.5, you see. So 5 3/4. So it's 9 by 5 3/4. All right. And can you guys hear me? Oh, good, Myrtle. Good. And so I did 5 3/4 that way, or I hope I did. I'm so tired that I could do anything tonight by 9 this way. And you probably can't see that, but I assure you it's 9 that way. And then we're going to score my little mug map here that I figured out at 1/2. Now when I do little measurements, I do mine over to this side. Is that visible? I need the arm, yeah, I need the arm out still, sorry. I can't, it's, there, is that better? No, you can't see the top of my trimmer. That's 1/2 up there. Let's just, if I put this down a bit maybe. It doesn't matter that you can't see anyway. Let's get all that out the road so I can push it down a bit. Gee, it takes forever to catch up. There we go. So we're going, now I'm halfway off the desk. This is tricky. So we're going 1/2 inch. I'm just checking that again because I've moved things around. 1/2 inch this end. And then we're going to turn it around. Because then we're going to do 2 1/4 here. 2 1/4. I'm just checking twice because I've made so many mistakes. 2 1/4. Then I'm going to go at 4 inches. And 5 inches. Then 6 3/4. And 8 1/2. So you end up with 2 little 1/2 inch tabs each end. This is a really simple card, but I have added my spin onto it with our beautiful On the Horizon paper. Now, which way does that go? These ones go up. These 2 thin ones in the middle, they go up, and the other 2 go down, pretty sure. Yeah, so they're, sorry, they're mountain, and this one is a valley. This one's a valley. And then this one is a mountain at the end. So this is what you have. I think our Stampin' Up! Cardstock must be thicker than what Sam uses, because Yeah, you don't need any thicker than that. You can't probably see. So then it was just a matter of putting the DSP on, but of course I had to play with that a little. Let me just grab my Stamparatus. So I've cut this whole piece. When I did my one, I'll show you later, I didn't actually cut it down. I cut my pieces up before I stamped, and that was a bad idea because then I had to make sure they stayed straight. So I'm going to do some stamping on here. That lined up. This is from the Grassy Grove set. And the greeting's going to be from All of Us set. The only reason I'm using my Stamparatus is in case it doesn't stamp properly, and I'm just going to grab just a little bit of thin, so I can see I've got an edge there. You want to be careful with these Grassy Grove stamps. I have had to trim mine because you get that little, it didn't happen on my previous card, but I'm not going to risk it tonight because I have got that, might have been a bit heavy with the stamp. So just watch that or you'll burn it. By burn it, I mean you'll have a halo around it. Oops, that was a bit wet and it's made my stamp wet. Anybody else joining us yet? Hi Denise, how are you? Hi Deborah, hi Lisa, hi Renee. So now it's a matter of, and this one we've had a look at the new catalogue, anyone that's a Stampin' Up demonstrator, and this set is going through. Yay, so I love it. Now I'm looking for a piece of copy paper to stamp that off. You could just freehand this and do it right across, but I just, for my other one's different. I used a couple of different stamps. I just pays to get as much ink as you can off. This is just like stamping off with a bit of scrap paper. And you're going to, well, I will clean that. Just been through and cleaned all my Stamparatus plates this afternoon, so I'm not wanting to get them too inky again. So I'm going to take that out of there. I'm going to be brave and stamp some trees. I'm just going to freehand them and hopefully I'll get them straight. But if you really wanted to see, make sure where you're stamping, if you've watched my videos before, I sometimes like to put, and I did play with this a little bit today, I'll just show you. Put it on some window sheet. Can't see until I don't want to stamp it on there yet. Put on some window sheet and then just judge where you want your trees to be. So you could either have them there. I'm going to cut these panels down into 1.5 inches, so which was probably a good idea to cut them up at the time, but that's still going to be okay, even if I moved that over there. Can everyone see that? Yeah, it looks as though you can. Even if I moved that over a little bit, that would be fine. And I think maybe on that one, I'll wait on. I don't want them coming half off, do I? Probably if I keep them on the grass. If I keep them both on the grass, I should get them both in. And yeah, in that one, you could put this in your Stamparatus to make sure that you are going to get them in the right spot. But if I just try and remember, that I want both of them I kind of want into the, coming off the grassy mound. Okay, I'll do the same here. Oh, that's what I forgot to grab out. I forgot to grab the birds out. So I'll do some birds as well. Just going to get rid of that before I go and make a mess on that. So I've got my horizon set. Where's that bit of paper I had before? And my chamois shoved over there. So there's lots to keep you creating and artistic in the new catalogue. There's lots of dies, lots of things are leaving, of course. We always lose things. Now on the horizon, where did I put you? Here we go. Let's grab the birds out of there. Some things is a bit, what can I say, a bit ambiguous. I noticed the, let me just drag it down, I'll show you what I mean. That's one I took note of. It says it's on the retiring list, but it's actually not. Some things the bundle retires, but they come back separated, and most things, from what I can remember, are separated. This one is staying around, which I'm happy about. And surprisingly enough, the poppies are staying too. The poppies are staying, Honeybee Home is staying. Now, we had trouble with these, well, not trouble, but we knew that we had to look and make sure which way the birds were flying, because a couple of them are upside down. I did a class and we used this paper. We didn't do this particular card, but we used this paper on last Saturday. Now I'm just going to see, make sure I've got some birds on each section. We've got 1.5. Yeah, we've got a couple there. We've got them pretty much all spread out. So this was really good, this card. It was not planned like this, but this section cuts into 1.5 inch sections, and then you use a whole piece for your card. I have trimmed this to 5.5. Had to think then to what I trimmed it to. So, and I think I trimmed it, I can't recall now whether I trimmed it off the top or the bottom. It doesn't matter, you can trim it whichever direction you want. Now bring out our trimmer again, and hopefully I don't mess this up. I'm really worried I'm going to mess up, aren't I? So then what I want to do is make sure I put these in the right order. So that's 1 at 1.5, 2 at 1.5. I'm sorry if you can't see this, or you can see what I'm doing. And so the last one should be 1.5 too. So I think I'm done with my trimmer. Now and then so how this card works is, let me just see. So you're going to see that section and that section, think I'm going to adhere these down because that looks okay, doesn't it? Because we could have that and that. But I think I'll do the same as what I did for my other card. So I'm going to get these down before I forget where they go. Hard to see dark on dark, isn't it? Just love this evening evergreen paper. It's gorgeous. I love everything I do with it. I really have to stop myself using it all the time. To think we've had it for 12 months already. I don't know how many packets I've gone through. I'm scared I'll run out. Go. That one's on there. Then on the inside, just have to look at my other one. Yes, I had these bits I had here. So that's those bits cut in half. Yeah, I don't know what else I can really tell you. What did you see my post about the in colours? What do you think of those? I think they're just so pretty. So at the moment we've got 2 lots that I absolutely love. I love all the colours in this current year's ones, these 2021-22 ones. I put it in the wrong spot then. And I love the new ones too. They're just gorgeous. The designer series papers in the new catalogue are absolutely stunning as well. Now, I've used these. You could use like a different scene on the outside, and you could put a scene as well on the inside, but I've chosen to do mine like this. This is just the same paper. I'm using the same pack of paper. I've done heaps of samples for lives and whatever. I did a big 9-person class last Saturday, and I still haven't used a whole pack. I'm still going on the one pack. I've nearly used it, but not quite. So this one, so it goes a long way. This one here, I think that looks fabulous. And these little ones, these measure a 1/2 inch, so I've done 3/8. I did a 1/4 on a couple, and I thought they're pretty skinny. Maybe I'll do them a bit wider, so I'm not sure yet which size I prefer. I think perhaps I prefer them a tad wider, but you can make them whatever size. Let me just get that straight, and come on, straighten up a bit. Yep. Yeah, you can make it whatever size you'd like. I am going to lose a whole heap of stamps, and of course some of them you think you didn't use as much as what you thought you would, and you're not real sorry that they're going, but other ones you think, oh goodness. Oh, actually the one that I was scared I was going to lose was the one that goes with the poppies, the peaceful moments. I thought if they dare get rid of that, because I just love the happy birthday. I bought some of the cling adhesive stuff because it was losing its stickiness because I've used it just so much. That happy birthday is just a go-to. It fits that little punch. I'm not sure whether it fits the oval punch, but it fits that little something or other label punch Now, remember how this goes and where that goes. I might get, that bit goes there. I'm not quite sure where I want the back of that yet. Oh, I think it's there, yep. So this will go there. Perhaps I should have had a look. Perhaps I shouldn't be rash. I think I'll be rash. So that's on the back there for your sentiment. I didn't feel it necessary to decorate this piece as well, but you could if you wanted to. This bit here goes in the middle, and you could of course emboss this, or you could use foils, or Sam used mirror foil on hers. I didn't feel it necessary to use foils. I've just used my designer series paper. And then I was going to stamp this, but I've already stamped my happy birthday from all of us. This one, where is it? This one, just on that circle. So I've used the layering circle dies. I have not used them for my other cards that I've done like this. So this is a bit of a test. I'm just actually going to put that down flat. I was wondering whether I should have not raised my other ones up. So I raised my other ones up, but we'll see how this one goes. And again, the evening evergreen. So then what you do is you find the center and grab a dimensional or two. Put your dimensionals about the center. And you're putting your happy birthday in there. That's straight. I think that's straight. And then what it does is it locks in like so. Need to give it a good score, a good burnish. That's what I've been finding. That's what I mean about the Stampin' Up! Cardstock being really good quality. So then, which way are you seeing that? Not sure which way you're seeing that. Oh, you're seeing it the same way as me. So then when you give it to someone, they're looking at it like that. Then when they open it and display it, I'll hold that down so you can see, they can stand it like that on their mantle. So that's what they see. I'm just going to embellish that with some of these in colour jewels. Looks like I've got one green one there. I'll do it with my little pokey tool. Here it is. One big green one there. I've got a ton of these. They are retiring, but that doesn't bother me. I'll just keep using them till they're all gone. Maybe I have to open another packet. Do I? This one looks like it's open. So I've used all that. I could use the light green, the soft succulent. No, I think I want them all the same colour. A bit fussy like that. Not sure whether this is open, but it looks as though it might be. No, it wasn't. Well, it is now. And that one up there. Let's put that one in loose. I don't think I need to. So what do you think, guys? What do you think? Thanks, Matthew. Hi, Rhonda. They are beautiful papers. And this set, did I mention, is not going through. It'll be retiring, I think it's the end of June. So let me just tuck that in there. I'll show you. So there was another one I kind of did like that with the pinky sort of papers. This was my trial one because I wasn't sure how it was going to turn out. And I've used another retiring framelit set, the Tasteful Touches. I'll grab it down and show you which one. So you'll see that like that, and it opens like that. So they stand it like that, and it's so easy, really easy. So that's the same measurement as the one I did tonight. I'll just show you those dies. Those ones are retiring, and I noticed these are still in the online store in Australia anyway. So I've used the lovely label punch, I think that's what it's called, the roundish one underneath there, and then I've used that die out of that one. Those are retiring, and I'm really going to miss them. I just love that these circles, or most of them are stitched, not all, but most of them are stitched, and I should have used them more than I did. Stitched so sweetly, I am going to really miss, because I just love them. And I have used them on these size cards. Now I've got to try and remember what size I did for you. These were, pretty sure these were 5 3/4 by 11, I think. Let me just check. Oh no, that one was by 9 as well. Oh, the next one was, and this is that, because I was just playing around, I just used the Celebration paper for that. But that, I think it depends, your card, whether you like it or not, will depend on the DSP that you use. I really love that one, looks gorgeous. Only I probably should have done the birds looking at that the other way. I probably should have put it the other way, but I don't think it really matters because the flowers are, anyway, I've done it like that, and I'm sure someone will be happy to get that in the mail. So that's how that one goes. That was, oh, did I do it? Did I do that a bit wider? No, it's the same as that one. This one I did at, let me just put this one together. This was the In Symmetry set and the In Symmetry paper. Now this one was, I'm pretty sure it was 11. 11, yep, 11 by 5 3/4 again. So just went like that and like that, and that won't fit, as you can see. That's fairly square, measures 5 1/2, I think, across. So that wouldn't fit in an envelope either. But not to say I don't like it, but I think the other papers are more dramatic. So that's that one. And this was my first play around. This was how Sam did hers, and it's, let me just compare that was by 12, 6 I think by 12, was it? Let me just measure on that so you know what I'm on about. Yeah, I did that one 6 as well, but this top one's by 11 and the bottom one's 6 by 12. So these are Sam's measurements. She had a half, 3, 5 1/2, 6 1/2, 9 and 11 1/2. And all I did to work out mine, I thought I was very smart, was I went a half of 11 is 5 1/2. So I knew my centre bit would be 5 1/2. Then I went 1/2 inch each side of that. I think I wrote it down somewhere. And then I just folded, I was doing some copy paper, and then I folded that back and that over, squashed that down, and then I was able to work it out. But I will put the measurements for all of those on my blog. Okay, so I'm going to love you and leave you. My husband's cooking dinner, so hopefully it might be ready soon because I'm getting a bit hungry. So thanks everyone again, and we'll see you next Friday night.